should have me now. Good talk. Alright, let me just repeat us. Everyone, hello, welcome, good hellos, yes. I'm going to try and paint 2 models tonight for a tournament on the weekend. See if we can knock over 2 bad boys. Hugo, I just let him outside. Let's see if he starts barking. How does he look? He is green, Hydra green with a yellow. Oh, he's black in that one. I like, you can't really see that, but this is Strucker in black. This is Strucker in green. I think we'll do green. Maybe we'll do black gloves. Party Monday! Alright, so what's my Hydra green colour? I'm going to use this a lot probably. Well, for the Hydra models I guess. Hey buddy, did you do a wee? You'll have to wait for your mum. Just see a little gap that I need to fill there. So I'm just going to quickly do that before I start airbrushing. This is what happens when you're rushed, you know. You just miss little details, mate. Alright, that'll do. Now I'll dry that. Probably dry enough, we'll see. So I'm starting with a Verde Escorpina or Scorpion Green. Hello buddy, what are you doing down there? Next, we're going to spray from underneath with a little bit of Verde Oscuro, or dark green. Verde Oscuro. However, we need this to be dry first. Alright, bit of green. So I think now we may actually switch over to a little bit of brushwork. Just for a smidge. Now the colour I'm going to be highlighting my scorpion green with is this colour, which is called Pistachio. And it is a very, very good colour that I like a lot. It's a yellowy green. It's very bright though. So we shall see how this goes. It is pretty good. Pretty damn good. So today, friends, pretty standard Monday. Went to work, did all the usual work things, came home. That's pretty much it. It's been a pretty predictable thing on a Monday. I just can bank on everything just being pretty straightforward on a Monday. Alright, let's go just a tiny little bit more pistachio. Hey Hugo. G'day Scarabost, g'day Jared. This scary guy is Baron Strucker. Who, if you were watching he is from Hydra, Hail Hydra. If you watch the Marvel Cinematic Universe, he was in the show. He was, but he didn't have a big role. But he was the dude who was experimenting on Wanda and Pietro in Age of Ultron, and he died in that same thing. He had a special end credit scene in one other show, and then he died. So I have decided to try and play a different affiliation on this weekend's tournament. Have another tournament coming up this weekend. And this affiliation is Hydra. So I have 7-ish new models to paint by the weekend. It's a good plan. I did, yes, I did. I do have the new Red Skull, yes. He is also one of the ones that I will need to paint by the weekend. And unfortunately, he's also got some grunts that come along with him. Some little troopers. Hydra troopers, so... fun! So I'm going to talk about ZOLA because I'm very excited about ZOLA. This is ZOLA. I'm going to try and paint him tonight as well. The actual ZOLA character is an AI intelligence. Under this is actually a face that has already been painted, and this piece that you see here, this entire front piece, is actually clear. So I've filled this in with some of the old liquid mask, and we have a painted face under there, so I'm going to be able to peel that off if we're really lucky tonight, and you'll be able to see how fucking cool that looks.
Do you want me to peel my mask off as well?
You're going to peel your mask off? Oh my god, it's fucking Hannibal Lecter. Hello, Clarice. Fuck, Dana, you did a really bad job scraping mold lines on this guy. A terrible job, in fact. What colour is his hood? If it's also red and green, I'm going to be fucking disappointed. Or green, I should say. This arm is supposed to be red with his little thing, so yeah, we can do red. Incredible mini, so cool. That's a good one. That's all time, Rocket. That's a clip right there.
Make it the thumbnail.
Make it the thumbnail. Spooky, scary skeletons send shivers down your spine.
Hugo doesn't like it.
Hugo does not. Alright, check the artwork. It is a green hood. That's so annoying. I'm going to do a black, brown belt. So I've been obviously getting into Marvel Crisis Protocol, and I said on yesterday's stream that I was probably just going to paint some models from this from the next little while. And I think it's an important thing to do, is to paint what you're excited about. There's just no amount of money that's worth spending your time doing things you don't like. That's probably not entirely true. If someone said to me, Trent, I'll pay you $1 million if you paint this one model for me, I'm sure I could fucking pull it together for one model. Yeah. Obviously we all have jobs and we all have to do stuff we don't like for cash. But this hobby, specifically this hobby, is where I'm...
You don't like the way it tastes. How are you not more afraid of this?
Okay, Baron Strucker.
Alright, I get it. Come on. Come on, let's go.
He has a monocle. It's pretty great. I did indeed. No doubt Bucks will be frothing to talk about Monty. So I figured I'd wait till then. And I think from the stuff that I saw, the Best in Show was a very well-deserved selection. And also someone that I said was the best painter in America. So I love being vindicated. Because he's not just the best painter in America, he's up there with best painters in the world. What a fucking legend. Yeah, he's done a couple of World of Warcraft themed figures. He loves it. Loves the WoW. He did a Thrall a couple of years ago when I was there, which is very cool. Yeah, I'm sure there's photos somewhere. I don't think Monty's put up photos yet, like the actual place, but they'll no doubt appear at some point. Where's my sunny skin tone? Is Willow coming out in 16 days? My goodness. I am actually frothing for that. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Surely, Val Kilmer's got to be in there. Surely it's just have said, nah, Val Kilmer couldn't do it. He's too sick. Surely they get him out there for one day. Just one day. If he can get his shit together for Top Gun, he's got to be in Willow. There's no way he's not in it. Oh, Matt Monaghan. You never ever feed a baby black rat. Good one, Hugo. Did you get him? G'day, Don Giovanni. Yeah, that's the best in show winner at Monte San Savino, which is probably the most competitive miniature painting competition in the world, I would think. And if it's not, it'd be very close second. Good morning to you. It's the same system as we have at Crimson, mate. It's just gold, silver, bronze. If it's good enough for gold, it gets a gold. If it's good enough for silver, it gets a silver. They tend to be a little harsher on the judging than we are, though. Just a touch. Alright, we're going to make this whole chest piece gold. That's going to look cool. Gonna make this thing gold. Gonna make this thing gold. Yeah, I think so, mate. Alright, let's just go. Hugo. Did you get him, buddy? Did you get him? Did you get him? You did. I am not sure about this color. Bum 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 bum. Okay, Baron Strucker. So I've got a few things to decide. There's I want to show off a couple of models tonight because I've got some really exciting figures to paint soon. One of them that is probably the reason I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy a whole heap of these fucking models. Is a Tony Stark. It's called the Hulkbuster. I'll grab it out now. It's fucking mad. Hulkbuster. How cool is that? Yep. He's awesome. I haven't got Sentinels yet, but they're probably next on the list. I think I showed this truck off last week. I started painting this truck. So, gonna have some painted scenery. It's gonna be great. Yes, the model is gigantic because it's the Hulkbuster suit, the one that he fights Hulk in. in Avengers Age of Ultron, in fact.
Hugo's just watching you while he vlogs until I said his name.
Yes, yes, yes. I'm a soft touch. Hulk is pretty big. We can compare the two if you want. Because I have them both. Hulk smash. He is indeed bigger than Hulk. Hulk's gonna get another version. They're doing several versions of heroes. It's fucking great. Alright. Let's do some gold. Always believe in your gold. Now that you're bound to return, is something you should learn. You're indestructible. Always believe in gold. Gold.
Hello, Hugo. Little buddy. Come here, buddy. He is so pretty. Okay.
No, I'm not really. I'm not really a Star Wars
What do
boffin.
you want that for?
Like I like the movies,
That's not a toy.
the shows. I have not gotten into. Haven't watched Mandalorian. Haven't watched whatever that other one was that came out. Obi-Wan Kenobi. I think I would like them. You know, confident I would like them. Just
Is that what you
haven't got around it. Haven't got around it. If Andor's good, maybe that's the one to. I think there's very few people who would argue that Rogue One is the best Star Wars film that's come out in the last 20 years. So
Is that you want me to take
anything
down?
that's got more of that sort of jazz, I'm keen.
You don't want that. Well, I don't know what you want, buddy. So, I'll help you out.
Cool.
Green.
Alright. A little bit of my favourite Nasdreg yellow. And then we're just about done on this guy. How long was that taking? 40 minutes for Strucker? It's a good effort, Deno. Probably try and stretch it out to an hour and get a few other little details on him done. Something you should learn. You're indestructible. Always believe in gold. So this deep red from AK 3rd Gen is a pretty damn good red. I was wondering if I'd be able to replace the Scale Antares red. This one does a damn good job. So if you're looking for a good red, red's quite a tricky colour to get right. It's very good.
Hello, mate.
Oh, hello, Andrew. How are you? He's evidently not that good.
Alrighty. How are you?
I'm right, mate. How are you?
Can you hear me okay?
I can hear you okay, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a bit laggy. I can't hear you very well.
Alright.
But also, we've got plenty of storms and things happening around us, right?
Ah, yes, yes. It's not good times down there, is it?
No. It's not 100 speed, that's for sure.
Well, we went through some pretty bad weather at the start of the year, so...
Yeah, it is only fair. If that's what fair is. Spread it out.
No, I was just going to say that we're still here. Alright, I need to start making a list of colours that I need to replace. This green is one of them. Verde Negro. It's a very good colour. Let's get you up on screen, Buxo.
Sure thing, mate.
Boom. Boom. There you are, mate. Welcome.
Are we all lined up? Yeah, nicely. Excellent. G'day, everyone. How you going? Hey, Jared.
Yeah, so you're surviving down there, mate? You're a bit moist?
Yeah, it's been pretty wet. Last night, at about 3 o'clock in the morning, like right above our house, it felt like just the biggest like thunder crack I've probably heard in a very long time. Woke everyone in the house up. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It felt like the earth was shattering. It was that loud. It was quite impressive to the whole. But preempting that was a tidal wave of water as well. So it's been a bit wild. I mean, I can't complain. I'm strapped to my desk at the moment and just been enjoying a day off. I'm currently there's only me and my youngest brother living like here at the moment. My mum's over in the UK, and my wife is in Mildura, and my daughter is at her mum's. So it's lads' night out tonight, mate.
Yeehaw.
Get on a plane, mate. Come down for a week.
Have to pack my canoe, mate.
Yeah, pack a canoe. Actually, just don't even pack a canoe. Just canoe down. You've got the form. You can make it.
Yeah, I can make it. G'day, Yab. First try.
G'day, Nab. Hey, Captain. Hey, Top. Hey, Scarra.
What's going
G'day,
on, buddy?
everyone.
Little Hugo is just looking at me like he wants something.
How did your game go last night, mate? I saw you late night on TTS.
Yeah, it was awesome. I had game against Leaps. We played Spider Foes versus Hydra. I decided
Yep.
to play.
You were playing Spider Foes?
No, I was playing Hydra. Yeah.
No, you were playing Hydra. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, I'm decided that I'm going to try and play Hydra this weekend.
At the tournament.
Yep.
Yeah. So who you running? Is that why you're painting Artem Zola?
I got Zola and Strucker. Yeah, and then I got Red Skull, Commander of Hydra.
Yeah, the new one. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I've also got Zemo, and I'm trying to paint 5 models for the tournament weekend to run mostly Hydra.
Well, 5 models would be quite easy for yourself, mate. I think.
Well, thanks, mate.
How many have you painted so far?
2.
No, I mean like how many MCP models have you painted so far?
Oh yeah,
15?
fair few. It's more than that, I think. Let's count them. They're up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
Very nice. I'm currently doing some snow bases.
What are you kicking around with?
I am.
You're doing
I put together all my winter guard last night, and
Yes.
then I use an MCP basis, but I like sculpted all the cobblestone and stuff like that.
Nice.
And then I kept some of the original details on the base, and then I'm just snowing it all out. I spent this afternoon sort of painting up the bases, and then realised I wasted an incredible amount of time because they're so small that a large portion of snow is going to cover the majority of it anyway. So,
Yeah.
Bit of a misstep there, but it happens.
Any non-mutants? Yeah, I've painted Zemo. Is the only non-mutant I've painted. Well, depending on your perspective on Scarlet Witch, if you consider her a mutant or not.
So, right now I wasn't happy with the first couple of layers of snow. I'm trying the new the AK snow and snow sprinkles. I like the snow sprinkles. That's really nice.
What is it that you require from me?
But with it being cobblestone, you kind of want to push all of the snow into the cobblestones, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. It's looking okay. It's like a 6 out of 10 right now, but we can take it to an 8 out of 10 or a 9 out of 10 if we can.
11 out of 10.
Yeah.
Fatality. Thoughts on young Eric? Eric Swinson and his glorious...
His tournament?
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought it was fantastic. Did that win Best in Show?
sure did.
Wow, that's really cool. It looked incredibly impressive, and it felt like Eric had been knocking on the door for a Best in Show, right?
Yeah.
For a little while, so it's awesome to see him get that.
Oh, you're trying to tell us it's raining, buddy. It's pissing.
Is it
It was
pissing down?
quite poor at actually tracking everything from Monty this time around.
Yeah, they made it. Look, it's an event that you be there.
Yeah.
You know that's the truth about Monty. You don't sit at home and be like, oh, why is there no coverage? You're there living it.
Yeah.
So the only reason we were spoiled last year is because it didn't get to go ahead in the same way. So they were like, we need to bring Monty to the people.
Yeah, wow, it just started raining so much.
I wonder, like, what's the correlation between like having the World Model Expo and Golden Demon before Monty is like how much stuff would have been already seen at Expo.
Yeah, there'd be a few pieces that have come through since then, but yeah, it wouldn't have been a massive field of stuff that people hadn't seen. I wouldn't have thought.
Yeah.
Oh,
You going right, Rocket?
yeah. I'm not wearing my glasses. So it's really unfair.
That is true.
I got to decorate this house in pink and green. And I don't know how to do that.
Pink and green, hey? Wow.
Yeah, you should do it for me, actually.
Well, I am painting with green right now. You're going to see my approach to painting these very cool bases right now, friends. This is a grey. Actually, you've probably already seen the approach since I've painted 3 MCP models on stream. But I'd be keen to see Bucks's version. How do you do it, Bucks? Let's go to Bucks Cam.
Yeah, you can.
There you go,
Coming
Bucks
over.
Cam. We got some snow bases. You're beauty.
Yeah, so we're doing some snow bases on this side. So right now I've just mixed some snow sprinkle acrylic diorama from the AK range and the terrain snow as well, which is the really thick stuff. I mixed a little bit of gloss into it, and I'm just trying to find some natural sort of layings. I find with snow it's probably one of the most important things, right? Is to try and find the sort of natural look that snow has when it's fallen or when it's melting away. So I've got a couple of other examples of snow that I've done.
Oh, here's one you prepared earlier.
Here's one I prepared earlier. Let me get, where am I? So this one here I think is...
Yep.
where
Troll
am I?
Bloods. Yep. Very
It's
good.
pretty nice. The old Madrak. So this is done with Valhalla Blizzard, I think, and a bit of gloss with a little bit of Athematic Blue mixed into it.
Let me say
Okay.
this. Let me say this. Maybe controversial.
Yeah.
Probably not controversial though. The Games Workshop technical paints are just very good. Like,
Yeah, they really are. Like, I mean, and obviously have been incredibly influential as multiple companies are now sort of all pushing and scurrying to get out, contrast or contrast versions as well. So.
yeah. But like Valhalla and Blizzard, the Rust one, Rise of Rust, the Blood for the Blood God, Nurgle's Rot, they're all just good
Yeah.
products. You know?
Yeah, the stone paints early on, if you
Yeah.
remember,
Yeah.
the gem paints that they did, which ended up just being really good glazes.
Yep.
So Soulstone Red and Waystone Green and Spiritstone Blue, was it? Or Soulstone Blue, Spiritstone Red.
Yep.
They were pretty good. Blood for the Blood God's fantastic.
Well, Blood for the Blood God, in my opinion, is a better version of Blood than the Tamiya X23, which is widely considered the go-to for Blood. So,
This guy was a great little model, eh? I like this guy.
yeah.
This little dwarf.
guy. Yeah.
I wanted to paint him. Do you remember the old Santa Coca-Cola ads?
Yeah.
I wanted to paint him in that sort of colour scheme that Santa was in back in the day. So anyway, that's another snow, and that was just pure Valhalla. The issue there, that was not like the first time I'd used snow properly, and I thought the issue there was that just Valhalla Blizzard by itself looks really dry. Have you noticed that?
Yeah.
Like the texture itself feels really dry.
Yeah.
And so that's where I thought maybe if you put a bit of gloss in it, it might help it out, which it did. But I think adding a bit of colour too. And then I have this one as well. Trent's going to claim all rights to this one. I think he already has. This is the Trent Dennison Crimson Curse City.
Did you do a wee? You didn't. You're a liar.
I thought you were asking.
So here is a Jelson Darrick fighting two of those little impy. Why is it flaring out now?
Have you got auto exposure?
Nah, it's probably just because of how bright it is. So yeah, this is Jelson Darrick fighting a couple of those little vampires with the Curse City red, sort of drifting in, similar to what you did with the set that you did.
Yeah,
I thought that was pretty cool, so I just said, why not? Yoink. Yeah, so I've got a couple of goes at snow under my belt, but I just still not quite found the perfect formula for it. So I thought tonight could be a good chance to just have a little play around with it and see if we can get something new. Try some new products.
Yep, very good.
Also, I thought it'd be nice to do some bases that are just a little bit different. Just a little bit different for MCP, as a lot of people like to do cities or the cityscape stuff. So,
hey, buddy. Hey, want to come and say hello to everyone? Hi, everyone. I'm Hugo, and I'm being a fucking pest. What do you mean, buddy? All I want is some attention right now. But we went for a walk today, and that wasn't enough. Wasn't it, buddy? Fucking just play with me, dickhead. Can't do it, buddy.
Come here, I'll play with you.
It's a little bit of a problem right now, but however, it's going to lean into a mentality that we sort of preach in our painting group, which is I should really be prepping for Crimson, right, and trying to get a couple of pieces finished under the cloak of night, so that no one knows what I'm bringing up, or like bring a couple of surprise pieces up just before the event's on. But I'm just not inspired to right now.
Yep.
So it might come back to haunt me, but I just feel like painting some miniatures rather than painting busts.
I don't think it'll come back to haunt you, mate. I think if you force yourself to do it and then you lose the joy for your hobby, that'd probably haunt you more.
Good point. I'm still quite inspired to paint Rahel. I also thought I picked up this guy on the weekend as well. I'm looking forward to painting this actually.
Just 1 minute, okay? Just one.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Look, mate, as I've said on this esteemed station before, I love it. Love a historical. It's good change of pace.
Yeah, you just get a historical up every now and again, eh?
Yeah, it's good. Good times. Classic hits. 4KQ.
And I reckon I might just do it in True Metal too. You know what?
Yeah.
Bust out the oils.
Why not? Why not?
I actually had a little bit of dabble with the oils. I sort of like flickered. I had oils on the palette out, and I was playing around with it. What was the last thing I painted on the big boy? Ended up going and chucking a bunch of oils onto the. Do you remember the Crusader that I painted?
Yep.
And it just made it look heaps better. So maybe that's just the key to doing historicals, right? Is like if you're going to do True Metal, is make sure you're using the oils to like just shade down on a ton of work instead of having to, you know, go the old more traditional method of tons and tons of glazes.
Okay, buddy.
Changing the colour of the metal.
Get some kibs, and then we can do some training.
Buxo, question from the chat. Is that icon on the shield on that guy hand painted?
Yeah, it's a free hands. nearly everything in the historicals, like especially from FER, like all shield details and chest details and stuff, are usually always all hand painted.
Are you ready? Are you ready for this, buddy?
Y'all ready for this? Bum, 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 bum,
Which carp I'm really looking forward to doing that myself. I had a bit of fun doing it on the Spartan that I painted on the shield for that.
Spartans.
And so yeah, looking forward to giving it a crack. I particularly like the colours that they use, like for those knights in the Crusade period as well, like that sort of soft blue with the yellow. I always liken it back to
Kingdom of
what's
Heaven.
yeah, Kingdom of Heaven. Who is the character?
Orlando Bloom.
Is it it's not Ray Fiennes. Who is it? He's called Tiberius in the movie, isn't he? He's pretty funny.
Liam Neeson.
Nah. Liam Neeson was his dad.
I don't know who you're talking about, mate, but
He's the one that acts as like the lead counselor to the King of Jerusalem, the leper King of Jerusalem.
Edward Norton.
No, I'm gonna go find it right now. You're killing me. Edward Norton wasn't even in a fucking movie.
He was actually.
Well, I mean, he was. Yeah, he played. He
played the leper king.
Oh, you are right. He played the king.
Played the leper king. Yeah, Jeremy Irons, mate.
Well done. Jeremy Irons. That's it.
G'day, Tarask.
How this was subliminal. I wrote Kingdom Death instead of Kingdom of Heaven.
Wow.
Infiltrated. I blame Topulus for that.
Yeah. He does love a bit of the old Kingdom Death, does Toppy? He loves painting some of those models.
Nice one, Jared. Yeah, historicals, I got a lot of love for historicals, where I think a lot of people, well, some people sort of drift off into the sort of the sci-fi and cyberpunky sort of stuff. I probably go the other way and go toward the historical stuff. I don't think I painted a single cyberpunky sci-fi thing this whole year.
And then I just paint anything.
You do just paint anything. Although you haven't done much cyberpunky futuristic stuff this year either, have you?
No, I'm saving it for my big city,
Yeah.
cyberpunk city.
You didn't roll all the way over. Roll over. Good boy.
Good old Juddo.
The man, the myth, the legend.
He does well getting all of the historical side of things. Between Stonebeard Miniatures and Spec Mod, we have a really good range of stuff.
Go ahead.
Indeed. Before Stonebeard, Spec Mod was my go-to. Used to buy from him all the time.
Crawl.
All right, we've done this in 1 hour, friends.
Crawl. No. Crawl. Good boy. You don't know the word
Pretty-
crawl, do you?
Pretty happy with that. That's a pretty good effort.
Pretty good speed.
Hey.
Yeah, I've been trying to do them all in 2 hours or less. So to get this one in,
Okay, ready?
Something I think Atomic Mass has done really, really well is just they've got it right for the amount of detail on each model. They're not overcooking it. Have you noticed that?
yeah, they've done some good stuff. They've done some good stuff.
Yeah.
The early models were not great,
Yes.
but yeah, the later stuff like this one's been an absolute treat to paint. So
It's the same with the Legion stuff. Like I'd say that their early Legion stuff was kind of a bit struggling. You know, a lot, especially on the Rebels, like a lot of extra stuff that you just don't need. And it seems that they've just kind of got it right in the last little while. I've found that balance between gamer, painter, and collector. So.
Okay, ready? Down. Good boy.
You've acquired quite a lot of stuff, Jared. Overstocked yourself. You'll have to join us in the annual clean out at Crimson Brush 2023, where we just make some nice piles of things for
the prizes.
prizes and whatnot that we know we're not going to paint.
Okay. This game.
Risk your stuff you don't want.
Which hand? This hand. Good boy. Okay.
Yeah, always helps, Jared. The more the merrier in that regard.
Which hand? Nah, that's wrong. This hand. Good job. Okay.
Alright, just get a little bit of the Iyanden yellow and we can call Strucker a
He's a really
Jolter.
cool model.
Yeah, he's an awesome model.
Who is he? Is he just like a Hydra grunt or?
No, he's a general. Well, he's a pretty high-ranking Hydra official. If you remember the movies, he's the guy who experimented on Wanda and Pietro.
Oh, okay, yeah.
G'day, Joath Carlin. Welcome. Done. Zola. Alright.
Okay.
Let's find some artwork for Zola to refer to.
Can you go forward?
Button. Strucker. Alright, he's got gold legs, he's got purple armour, and he's got blackish, clothes-y, roby things.
You going to keep him on those colours, or are you going to set him down the green path with all the rest of the Hydra stuff?
Probably a good shout, isn't it?
I reckon you should go down the green path just because create some nice uniformity. And Hydra is one of those few factions that uniformity looks good
Yep. I think
in the
you're
superhero world.
on the money there.
Have you got Hydra Bob as well? Is that his name?
No, I don't have Hydra Bob. I refuse.
No? Refuse to get Deadpool? Or,
Yeah. Here's the thing, and this is just one of my fucking idiosyncrasies, mate. I just fucking despise silliness in my serious
Yeah.
toy soldier game, mate.
Fair.
I don't want silliness. Take
Get
your
it out.
silliness away. Fuck it off. You know?
Yeah.
This is a serious game for men. Manly men. We're men in tights. That's just it's a weird thing. Anytime if it's a game that leans into the silliness, no problems, mate. I'm whatever. Throw as many as you want my way. But when I'm playing a fucking serious game, mate, having some stupid guy, nah, I scoop. I gotta tell you, I am so excited to peel this fucking thing off. You have no idea.
What thing?
Well, the model is actually got the entire front plate is made out of clear plastic.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Hello, Hugo.
So did you you taped it up, or does it come taped up?
No. I liquid masked it.
I was going to say, if it comes taped up, that's really innovative, like and really cool. I would give a big pat on the back to Tom and Nas for doing that. So
No,
people
it's
can,
it's masked up. Okay, Wes. Welcome, buddy.
Hey, Wes.
Alright, we might try and do some non-metallic metal airbrush style.
Love it.
On these
So I think
guys.
I've decided I'm going to get all the Ruskies, mate.
Yep.
Or the Ruskies, depending on how you like it. So I need to pick up a Widow, which I can get off my mate, but then I need to grab a Magic and Colossus, and then I need to grab a Omega Red and a Winter Soldier. And I think that makes 10, or close to. Yeah, 6 and 10. 6 and 4. Certainly not for any kind of in-game synergy either, just because I think I'm going to paint a bunch of...
Just because you're a fluff bunny.
Yeah, I'm a fluff bunny. Yeah.
I too am a fluff bunny.
I just think people would like to play against stuff like that, right?
Yeah, people like to play against anything that they can kick the shit out of. Wes has asked you a question, but he's asked you to delay your response by 5
sorry,
minutes.
I didn't have that chat.
What's going on, Hugo? You stand there looking at me. What is it this time?
How did the leather daddy go? I'll bring him on over when you come back, Wes.
It's lucky you heard that, mate.
Mate, he might have he might not be on a headset.
G'day, Kaylin. Do you want to say hi to Hugo? Hugo, baby. Everyone wants to say hello, buddy. Hugo. Hey, buddy. Hey, come here. Come here. Hey, dickhead. Hey, come here. I've got a treat. Got a treat.
Why
Come
are you
here.
getting a real treat? He knows.
Yeah, got a treat for you, buddy. You dickhead. All right, I'll get you a treat. I'll get you one of these big choppy ones, buddy.
He's like, why are you calling me over? This seems wrong.
You go get a treat. All right, buddy, come over here.
So what's people working on at home at the moment?
Hey, come here. Hey.
What's on the hobby table?
Do you want this? Hey. He's too fucking smart for us, Galen. Come here, buddy. Come on. I'll give you this treat. I've got a whole fucking stick of something for him. Come here, buddy. Here. Alright, I'll put it there, buddy. And you can have it. Come here. It's right there, bud. It's right there. He's
Scar,
just-
you finished your Zill. Oh, I'm
He
looking
just
forward
keeps
to
running
seeing
away.
that.
Come here.
I have also painted a Zill. Jared's painting Uther. I've also painted an Uther.
Why are you doing it like that? No wonder he doesn't want to come to you.
You're working on your day job. Oh well, your day job probably funds your hobby, amongst other things.
Hugo, do you want to come and say hello? Everyone's excited to see you, mate. Everyone's excited. Come here. Come here, buddy.
You're freaking him out. Stop it. I don't know what's wrong with you.
Here you go, buddy. You can have that.
While Trent chases around.
Oh, he's done. He's
chases around Hugo like
he's got
an ad.
no interest in coming and saying hello. I'm sorry to say.
No?
Scared him.
All right. One day soon, Hugo, I'm going to convince you that you and I are best friends, and you can cuddle me if you want.
He doesn't respect you.
He doesn't respect me, I've been told.
He doesn't respect you.
No.
Is it because you're too much of a pushover? You're too much like fun uncle?
Exactly why.
Might be why.
Softest of touches, mate, I am.
Yeah.
Go on. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's probably because I'm a big scary boy.
You're a people bunny. Uncle Dad's just mean. He's mean and scary and tall.
Uncle Dad's mean and scary and tall. That's not a nice thing to say, Hugo.
Alrighty, I think that's pretty good. I think there's some nice elevation now, some snowy peaks.
Let's have a look at Buck's cam and see what he's been doing.
Just been raising up these where are we? These little snowy peaks. So
You raise me up. So
I think it's pretty good to have some
stumble
verticality in your snow on bases.
You raise me up to walk.
And the best way to do it is to just,
seas.
that I found, is to just go slowly and just keep tapping it onto the areas that you want.
I am strong.
It's thick enough that it can kind of support itself.
When I am on your shoulders, you raise me up to more than I can be.
Maybe we probably can call this now. I've got a couple of bullets to paint on bases. That doesn't have to happen right this second.
Yeah, I should add some bullets to mine. See ya, Kaylin.
See you, Caroline. Maybe it's time to start creating some red through the airbrush for some of these red Russians.
The Ruskies.
I think we're gonna have to lean on because I want a really powerful red.
Yep.
It might have to be one of these, sir.
Oh yes.
Yes?
Oh yes. That fluorescent red is an
Yeah.
absolute banger.
So I also picked up Green Stuff World's one as well to have a bit of a look at, because apparently their fluoros are good. This one looks a little more red even than these, where these feel
Yep.
like quite orange.
So I mixed that fluorescent red from Model Air in with a red, and it just pumps up the intensity. Just absolutely notches it up to 11.
Let's do it.
Just a little blam with your Spice Weasel. Just
Crimson Dynamo. Here's one we prepared earlier.
oh yes.
This is a really cool model. For like a pretty plain old big old robot, he's pretty cool.
You raise Crimson Dynamo up.
I might have stole something from you as well, sir.
What just did?
What's new? How about we do a polar bear for Ursa?
Yes. Oh,
Yeah?
that's awesome.
Let's do a polar bear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Get in.
Yeah. So. And then we've got Darkstar
Yep.
and Red Guardian over here as well. So we can probably go through and pump a bunch of airbrush onto these.
It's Marvel Crisis Protocol Night.
It is. I thought, why not? You know, like I go where the inspiration takes me, and you know, I've got some mates who are pretty pumped on Protocol at the moment. You're pretty pumped on Protocol, so like I've always said, I'm an easy mark, man. I go where the fun is.
Yeah, I am pretty jazzed for the moment on MCP. Winning a tournament will do that to you.
It will. It'll definitely fill your confidence, swell you up a bit.
Oh, look, as I'm sure you know, mate, confidence was never something I was lacking.
No, but you know, there's a difference between confirmed confidence and the other. All right. Now you like to we're going to give Trent's method a go here, right? So you like to start with a black red, don't you?
Yeah, like a black
into
red.
Into
Yeah,
the recesses.
black red.
Let's do okay. What if violet red? That one. I mean, in all honesty, any of these colours would work. You could even use blue if you wanted.
Bit of blue.
You could use a little phthalo blue.
Bit of red av coming out in you. Shade with blue.
Is Wes back yet? Where's Wes based? Is he Western Australia?
Yeah, he's in
No, he's fine.
He's in Sydney.
Sydney. Well, I feel like violet red's going to be the go. But fuck it, let's just put a bit of everything into the pot.
Fuck. I love my technique sometimes. Not specifically pertaining to red, but just the sketching style. It's just so easy to get something to look pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you've definitely really honed your style for a really like time constraint effective look.
G'day, Wes. Welcome back. Bucks
G'day,
is
Wes.
excited to talk to you about whatever you asked him before.
Yeah, mate, I'll go grab the big fella for you. We have better. Looks like my camera's finally pretty stable now, so give me a sec.
While Bucks is on Bucks Cam getting his things.
Alrighty.
Oh, he's back. All
So,
right.
the leather daddy himself.
Oh, the big dog.
Here he is. Let's see if we turn that down a little bit. Does that help at all? Ooh,
It's a banger, Buxo.
it's a bang out.
It's a banger.
What do you think of that flesh, mate? Nice close shot of the flesh.
Oh, banger.
And then we cleaned up that hammer as well. See if we can get it in close on the hammer. What do you think of that? It's coming. It's coming.
Oof. Oof.
There you go. What do you think of that?
It's okay. It's not my favourite element, mate.
You love it. So yeah, there he is, the big old boy. So I finished him late last week, and then I also finished this one too. Because I've been playing some Underworlds on Friday night. That was a lot of fun. Great game.
Great game. We watched episode 3 of House of the Dragon.
Did you enjoy it?
I did.
Very good.
Yes, it's hitting its straps a little, I think, which is cool.
There we go. So pay for this guy too.
Yes.
Good old dad bod. Championing it for everyone. It's got the corn baby carrier on the back there. There we go. Yes, I'm glad. How's Kim feeling? How's Vicky feeling about House of the Dragon? Has it grown on her yet or not? She was a bit off on it, wasn't she?
Yeah, she's not a massive fan so far, are you, Rocket?
No.
No. Bit too much action. There was a little bit more politics in the last one, which she appreciated, but she isn't a fan of the acting.
I don't like Matt Smith.
She doesn't like
Yeah,
Matt
no.
Smith in this role. She's a harsh critic, as you well know.
Tough to impress, eh?
Oh yeah, tough to impress. Fucks me however convinced her to come and date me.
Yeah, don't know how you pulled that one off.
Yep, no clue.
Definitely didn't wear a teal t-shirt on the day.
I probably did. I probably did, Teal. All right, so we're gonna do that green around the fabric. So all of this will be in purple. All right, cool. I'm gonna put some blobbies on.
So this is something that I find to be a little bit different to others, is that I use a bunch of plastic shot glasses to mix my airbrush stuff up.
Yeah,
A lot of
okay.
people like to mix it straight in the into the airbrush, but I like to use this.
The shot glasses are a good option. I have some there for all sorts of things, but I don't like wasting time.
Yeah, I know. I feel like the advantage of this is you can mix a little extra up, and then you've always got it there. And it takes quite a long time to dry in a shot glass, so you can usually come back to it the next day and it's still good.
Yeah.
What'd you do over there? Don't way over there.
Is he worried about going outside in the rain, bro?
Yeah, I think so. You can go in the other direction.
Alright, I protected my gold. Now I'm going to spray some green fabric. How am I going to do that? Let's start with white.
You want me to fill it up again?
Starting with the purple. Purpley dark blue red. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's go.
We want that powerful kind of pop. We're gonna have to start pretty dark. Here is where I pretend what the fuck I know I'm doing, and then when really I just sort of go for it almost all the time and work it out on the fly.
Okay, it's time for some green.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Stream back in case of any question.
Ah. Played a game of Marvel Crisis Protocol on stream yesterday, actually, or the night before. Sorry, Saturday night it was.
Is it?
Bucks is gone. I'm talking to myself. It's Party Monday. It's a wonderful time.
Was that the game where you both had Mystique? I started watching something you put up.
Yeah, we both had Mystique. He was playing Brotherhood of Mutants and I was playing X-Men. It was good.
Awesome.
He ended up winning, so he's trying to claim that he actually won the tournament, but
Because he beat you.
because he beat me, yeah.
Did he come second at the tournament?
No. Wasn't even in the top 3, mate.
Mate, so how did he even get a game with the person who won it?
Just it was my house, mate, so
Yeah.
fucking threw him a bone. It's pretty good fun, Wes. Pretty good fun. I'm enjoying it so far. Reminds me of the Guild Ball days in a good way. War Machine days in a good way. But just finding a nice balance as well. And it's just fucking cool to have your superhero throw people all over the place. Like,
What's the funnest thing you've done in a game so far?
Scarlet Witch teleported up, shot 2 hex bolts, and then threw a building at someone. She killed 3 models in one activation. It was very cool.
Was that in the tournament?
It was in the tournament.
Did you hit him with that, I'm sorry about this one, mate?
No, I don't apologise for being awesome,
You
mate.
said that's how it goes.
That's just how it is, son. That's what you get when you're playing with the big dogs. Oh, it's the best. Scarlet Witch telekinesis. It's like she's thrown fucking that big rolly thing in the end of Infinity War. Like, it was awesome. And then I had, hello All Might, I had X23, who's actually probably not a very well-known character in the MCU, although she was in Logan. I don't know if you remember Logan, but she was his daughter in Logan. Not his daughter, but...
Wasn't the Honey Badger in Logan?
No. I think so. It was X23. Yeah, no, it was definitely X23.
Yeah, well, mate.
Here you go.
Yeah, there's 3 of them, isn't there? There's Honey Badger, who's the kid.
Yeah.
And then you've got, Logan, X23. And I guess Deadpool's an offshoot of the program too.
Yep. Back in a sec. Hey. Hey. Oh, here you go. You little dingbat. All right. No. Deathstrike is like Wolverine's nemesis, Lady Yukiro, I think, or Yuriko, something like that. And she has adamantium as well. She has claws and healing factor and stuff. X23's a genetic clone of Wolverine, which he treats as his daughter, I think. In the comics, it's been a very long time. But yeah, that was what the show, the movie Logan, was about, basically.
Bro, this rent's about to burn my eyes out. Look at this. What is this? Is this what you sort of play
Oh
with?
my
Like,
god,
this kind of
yeah,
power?
get in. Get some of that into you.
Look at this thing.
Very
Yikes.
I already filled it up. I already filled it up.
Yeah, so I mixed it with the red. You've done it with,
I'm filling it up again.
yeah,
No way.
with chimeras.
Yeah. How much potency does that bad boy have, eh?
It's blinding me.
I'm filling it up again. Why is she needed? Why? That's what I'd like to know, buddy. Fill up the bowl.
Okay, let's go. Oh man, I'm struggling so much. All I want to do right now is fucking peel that thing off and see how it looks. Like, I'm just desperate. I'm just desperate to peel it off and be like, did it work? I have no patience.
Gonna go real slow. I'm gonna build it up over multiple layers. And then we have to go that way. Why are you spitting, sir?
Why are you spitting at me, sir? I do not spit at you, sir, but I do spit, sir.
Yeah, I can hear that ringing outside the pub. Right, let's let that dry and then we'll run it back again.
I already reckon you need more red, more white underneath.
I was pretty white. I was pure white,
Yep.
but I wasn't by brush. I was by a hairbrush, so that's probably where the problem lies.
This is
We'll let it have a couple of like a bit more drying time and a few more layers because it usually ramps right up to 2 or 3 layers.
Okay, alright.
And yeah, thinned it down quite a lot.
Hey. Up. Come up.
We don't quite want to go to the Kador red, you know.
no, we don't.
Speaking of which, I always wished I painted something from Kador. I never did. Did you ever play Kador?
I did. Yeah, it was one of the factions I won.
Yeah, probably. Of course you did, right? You have a Sasha picture on your wall.
Sorsha, yeah.
Sorshka, sorry.
Yeah. No, I was I took them to the Iron Gauntlet qualifier and won with
Nice.
with Sorsha. No, I had 2 Vlads, but Sorsha was my favourite character.
Touch. Good boy.
Oh, welcome to the party. Here we go.
Okay, let's go. Come on. Oh man, this is the 3rd time I filled this thing up. Excuse me.
Maybe we should get him a bigger one.
Yeah, excuse me.
Sorry, Rocket.
I think he can have a bigger one in his mouth though. Oh, you said 2. I don't know where the other one is.
It'll be under the couch or something somewhere. How's it going, Bucks, Oh, it's starting to look more red now.
Layer 2 goes on.
Look out.
And I binge watched all of Cobra Kai season 4 yesterday.
Cobra Kai season 4.
That's got to be one of the easiest watches going.
I love Cobra Kai. I am sad to say I'm not up to date, but it is a great show.
That's a great show to just keep in the back pocket, you know?
I just remember the first season came out on YouTube Red, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I signed up for a 2-day free trial for a week or whatever, thinking, oh yeah, that should be enough for me to watch Cobra Kai in a week. I ended up watching it in 1 day. Like, it was just so good.
How about that, mate? Look at that leg.
Oh, it's punching me in the face, but it's still not red enough. I don't think it's red enough, mate.
You're a fiend. That's pretty damn red, mate. I think my camera's washing out a bit of it, but it's.
More red.
What I'm liking about it is it's actually a crimson color, you know.
Yep.
With that little bit of purple in it, it feels right.
This is the Marvel Crisis stream, Benny. We've just gone epic.
Get around this, mate.
Get in, mate. Get in. Get yourself some MCP. Get on.
You're welcome whenever you're ready, my friend.
Yeah.
We're trying to cop a sponsorship from Atomic Mass, mate. I'm sure you'd be interested in that, being how much of a Star Wars fan you are.
See if we can get you some free Shatterpoint, Benny.
Oh, that looks good, Shatterpoint. Excited about that.
Yeah, it should be fine. I'm not a Star Wars guy, as you know, so...
You'll jump in it though, right? If it's a good game.
Yeah, potentially. It's a good game.
If it's literally Star Wars but Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Probably not. I'll just play Marvel Crisis Protocol. Okay, let's go.
I'm so bad at keeping this on screen. I'm never going to get good at it. Chat, I apologise. That's a good question.
How did I not... Look, I do enjoy Star Wars, right? And when I was growing up, I was just a Star Wars boffin. I just loved the movies. I watched the prequels live at the cinema on the midnight screening. It was just awesome, absolutely awesome. And I don't know. There's such a thing as too much of a good thing. Just reached a point where I didn't see Rogue One at the cinemas, believe it or not. Which I actually do regret, because it was fucking incredible.
It was a very good film.
But...
Oh, it's your ball. What? Hey.
So, yeah, the prequels are unreal. Going to them live at the cinema. I don't care what people say. Pod Races was awesome the first night I saw it.
Yeah, we were quite young dudes back then, so pod racing was all the way great, wasn't it?
Yeah. I reckon I was... Fuck.
Wizard Daddy!
How old was I? I would have been 18 or something. It was...
When it first came out?
No, I would have been younger than that.
Much younger.
No, because I was working at the time. I was working full-time, part-time.
It came out in the year 2000, mate, didn't it? Came out before then, 98 or something.
Can't have been... What did the prequel come out, Benny? You'll know.
1999 it came out.
99. I was in grade 11.
Were you?
Yep.
In 99?
Yep.
Really?
How much older than me? How old are you?
39.
Yeah. I was 13. Just turned 13.
Yeah. I had a
You're in grade 11.
part-time job.
You were 16. Yeah.
We might switch over to DenoCam for a bit, and you can see how much
please do.
fantastic work we've been going. Look at fucking Zola, he's on fire.
Look at them gold legs.
Yeah.
I think your ears look sore again.
Do they?
Yeah.
Like, has he got black stuff in him, or is he just scratching them?
Look sore. we should just do his ears for good measure.
He's gonna love that.
Yeah, well, what he gets.
Oh, what's this little doodad? And what colour does it need to be? It probably needs to be gold. Gold. You're indestructible. Always believe in your gold. I like conflict games, but you do really need to be able to divorce yourself from your friendships. we on a Tuesday night we will just go absolutely ballistic at each other. Like, we will just try and smash each other. There is no move that's off the table, right? You just go absolutely ham on them, and that is the expected approach. But I know some people can't play like that. They get upset if you do that. It's always just, how can we creatively fuck over each other as much as possible?
Should I now go back in and put some pure white before I pump the red again?
Yes. Yes, you should.
The trick, I don't think there's any point in doing it by hand though, because it's a robot, right?
Do it by hand, mate. Go do some nice sharp edges and then fucking sharp red lines on the edge. Just look fucking mad.
I'm going to do it the way I learned a long while ago when I was studying the books of Aniel Heraldez.
Aniel Heraldez.
Well, this white, this Tamiya white,
Yeah.
it's got a bit of a kick to it. The old XF2.
Alright, I'll have to give it a crack. Don't think I've got that one in the...
That is the one that I've encouraged you to use for your Zenithials.
Oh, yes.
Zenithials, however you like it. I used to use just Vallejo's like white primer for it, and then in every Cult of Paint video ever, they'd be talking about, oh, I was using this. I'm like, well, if they're always talking about using it, it's got to be a reason. So, give it a go. Yeah, definitely a marked increase. You just have to use it with a tomato thinner though, for sure.
Hey, shush. You little shushy boy. Little shushy boy. What's happened? Did you put your balls somewhere stupid?
Was the Monty Best in Show that model? Is that
It's a one-off.
where it comes from? Yeah, it's a one-off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sculpted by Yopala. He's done one of those every year for the last couple of years. Or
Yeah.
every year he's gone, he's had Joaquin sculpt him something to...
Yeah, well, do you know Joaquin's the sculptor for MCP?
I didn't know that. Are you sure?
Yeah. Yeah.
How sure are you?
Well, his name is literally all over the sculpting, like in the flyers they print in the box.
Well, there you go.
That's Freeman, isn't it?
What?
Freeman on
Yeah,
Paint.
Freeman. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
What are we cosplaying, Ben? Star Wars?
Where are
Is
Under...
it time for Star Wars, or is it because there's a lot of hype going around for Dawn of War right now? Dawn of War, sorry, what's the other Gods of War?
Alright. It's time to just grab out... Oh, maybe I should try a different purple. Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to try blue violet because that's another colour that I like. It's called blue violet. It's a very good colour. Hasn't been used for a while, so it'll need a bit of vibration.
What is just happening?
Are you on board with the colours mixing in together, mate? Are you on board with that? The fluorescent
Yeah,
red
absolutely.
and the red. It doesn't miss you, does it?
No.
I've made a great
Why are
choice.
you now just being so fucking trolly?
I've made a great choice.
We had a seamless blend, and then for some reason this thing just fucking shit itself and started spraying everywhere.
Drop. Give it.
Delightful. Let's start again.
To me. Give.
This is a man who doesn't appreciate his airbrush, friends. I would never speak to my airbrush that way, Andrew.
Good news.
Never.
Needs to know where it fits in the system. It is definitely not the star of this show.
So Crimson's creeping up on us, isn't it?
Sure is. Out of nowhere. What are we, under 2 months now?
Yep.
Just over?
Yeah, just over 2 months.
Last count, I've got 15 entries to bring. 16, sorry.
Well,
I reckon if I can hit that famed 20.
Yeah. It's a aspirational goal.
With 2 months to go, it is, isn't it?
No, I think 20's. Is 20 the record, or did you break it? You did 22 last year, didn't you?
I'm 25 last year.
All right, 25's the record, but 22's a good result.
Yeah. I think there'll be a few that will rival it and get up there. Jared's got to be close.
Yeah, Jared's been cranking out some figures.
Ben's not that far away from that number. If Ben brought everything, he would definitely be at that. I think Liam was definitely like in the ballpark of 14 or 15 entries.
Cool. I have some unfortunate news around young David, who is probably at this stage 50-50.
Yeah, just with his help.
Yeah, he's just struggling. So I may be forced to step into the breach of the judges. We'll see. But really hoping that he gets to come along. He deserves a chance to sit in the judge's seat, and
Yeah, he certainly earned it, and his perspective would be well missed if he's not there.
Okay.
I'll just miss spending a bit of time with him, mate. As I'm
Well,
sure
for
you
sure.
would too.
It's always fun, isn't it?
Yeah, he's
That's the most important part of the event, and always will be.
he's just a very kind man. Like, yeah, I'm a fucking criminal compared to him. Yeah, he's just such a nice guy.
We're going to have to figure out a plan for photography then.
Already sorted, mate.
You've already sorted it?
Yep. Always got to back up. Always got to back up. Plans within plans, mate. We'll have the streaming camera set up being a little more deluxe this time. So
Yeah.
one of those cameras is my Panasonic G8 Lumix that we can slide over into photography duty for a few hours.
The old G85.
That's it.
Beautiful camera.
It is indeed.
Glad you took me up on my advice and picking that one up, mate.
Thanks, buddy. I'm also glad I trusted your opinion. ZOLA. ZOLA. Might be time to switch to the small one. What's my best highlight color? I'm going to use pastel blue. I'm not familiar with that one. Who's Powder Mage by? Is it by Sanderson or someone else? Nah, not familiar with it, mate. Trust you that it's good. So there's a card in Marvel Crisis Protocol called the High Council. It's a Hydra affiliated card, and it's one of those. It's a tactics card, right? So tactics cards in the game are things that you hold on to and play at an opportune time. Have some out of activation effects or variety of things you can do. Well, this particular one is the stupidest one I've seen so far. It has 4 conditional triggers, right? The first one is that you need to have Johann Schmidt, who is Red Skull, and he needs to have 6 power, and he needs to not be dazed.
Right. So you really got to get it right.
Yeah. Number 2.
Is it like an auto? Well, yeah. There's more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Number 2 is you have to have Helmut Zemo, so Baron Zemo, and he needs to have dazed or knocked out a character in this turn.
Which in the turn as well.
In the turn, same turn, yep.
So he's pretty good at that, isn't he?
He is, yeah, he's pretty good at that, yeah. So these
two.
2 things are not too difficult. The third caveat is you need to have ZOLA, and he needs to be contesting an objective.
Yeah.
And the fourth is you need to have Strucker, and he needs to also not be dazed, and he needs to be adjacent or within 2 range of 2 enemy models with poison.
Right.
If you get all of those conditions met at the same time, you get to take a 4-point model from your list that didn't make the table
And just chuck them on the
and
table.
just chuck it on.
So is this why you're playing this faction?
Well-
Is because this affiliation? Is because you just want to pull it off?
So-
It is, isn't it?
I just want to
You
see.
want to be that guy.
I just want to see if it's doable in an actual game. So I played Leaps last night, and I did it right.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. He knew what I was trying for, and he wasn't like trying to fully counterplay me. He stopped me from doing it the first time I tried, and then the next time he tried, he stopped me, and then I managed to get it off later on in that same turn. So it's like super difficult to pull off. But if you do pull it off, you've won the game, right? You've got an extra 4
Yeah,
points on
you've
your
got an
opponent.
extra fighter on the board, 4 threat fighter, so
Yeah.
you should be feeling pretty great. If you lose from there, probably retire, right?
Well, this is the thing, right? Because you sometimes you feel like you're investing so much into getting that off. If your opponent's just playing the game and like has a 8 or 10 point control point lead, it doesn't matter if you got a fourth dude on there because you're not going to be able to fucking get a comeback from that point. So it's not a good card, but I'm obsessed with trying to make it happen for real, just like in a real game. So that's one of the reasons I'm playing these guys. Yes, is to try and make that card actually happen in a real tournament, setting.
Very good.
Yeah. And if it happens, I'll be talking about it. Don't you worry about that.
You'll be letting everyone know. Number one Hydra player in the country.
Yeah. Well, so if you think about it, the way that you structure your turn to make it happen is your first turn or your first activation in your turn is Zemo. He just goes off and dazes a guy, and if he dazes someone, right, you're on. You can start to plan the rest.
Yeah, so like if that doesn't happen, then you can just fill out your turn.
Yeah.
Like, the way you probably normally
Yeah.
would. But if you get the days, then you go into the next. Yeah, so you're kind of like, oh my god.
Yeah. So you've got
Stuff world.
one activation to basically look at and go, yep, this one's come off or this one hasn't come off, so I get to make the rest of my turn plans around it. Your next activation, it actually is pretty straightforward as well, because the only one of those other conditions that's sort of challenging is getting Strucker in range of 2 enemy models with poison. Now, Strucker's actually got an ability which he can inflict poison on anyone within 3 inches at a cost of 3 power. So all you need to do is have...
Is it an area of effect?
Yep,
Can
every
it be
model.
multiples?
Every model
So
within...
it basically drops a cloud. Yeah.
Yep. So every model within 3 inches just gets poison. So that one
Not the hardest to do.
is pretty easy. ZOLA's standing next to an objective. He's going to probably be doing that anyway. And Red Skull with 6 power, that's probably a turn 2 possibility.
So do you have to stack him up in the first turn?
You do,
Not
yeah.
With his power?
So
Cool.
if you can, like, play for the first turn, you put Zola beside her thing, you put Strucker in a position to run, and you put Zemo ready to kill someone, and then you get your 6 power on Red Skull. Your first action is Zemo, and if he gets it off, your second action is you run Strucker, and you play the card, and that's it. So if you've set up the turn before well enough, I don't reckon it's too difficult to pull off.
Right.
Nor is there a lot of risk associated with it, because the only thing that you're giving away is Zemo into a model to try and daze it.
But Zemo got heaps better, didn't he?
Oh yeah, Zemo's awesome. Zemo's probably one of the best
I mean,
fucking...
Zemo's already been good.
Yeah.
Actually, if I remember correctly, he was always. Yeah, it wasn't him that got better. Bullseye got a lot. Bullseye was like the worst character in the game.
Yeah, Bullseye got really good.
So I think the green stuff world might have more punch than the Vallejo.
No way. Really?
It looks way more punchier. Because I guess the Model Air looks like a punchy orange. So is that more punch than what a punchy red would look like?
This guy is a very cool model that I feel a little bit ashamed of rushing on because he looks fucking awesome. However, I don't feel that ashamed.
What's the gadget that he's got in his hand? This looks like a great mobile phone.
The element, yeah, this area here is actually covered with liquid mask,
Yeah.
and so I already painted the face that sits behind it.
Is my mic picking up my head now?
Is your mic picking up what?
The hairdryer? Oh.
No. Well, yeah, you do have to paint the face. I mean, it's a part of the model, but you have to paint the face first before you glue the thing together.
This red's pretty intense.
It is one of my favourite concepts for a figure that I've seen. This guy to have a clear plastic centre that lets you look through and see Zola. That's a cool model. G'day, Miss
That's a really
Jub
cool-
Jub
yeah,
Bucks. G'day.
Is that my wonderful wife who's just turned up?
She's just come along to have a little.
Oh,
peek.
hi, Mark.
Oh, hi, Mark. Just come to check on you, mate. Make sure you're not straying from the path.
It's a hot boy summer down here, didn't you hear? Trent's going to canoe down, and we're just going to play Marvel Cross Protocol and boycott work for a week while you're away. Benny's coming too, although he shan't be doing anything to do with Marvel Cross Protocol. Apparently, just going to stand in the corner and build a cosplay. Oh, you with Stacey as well, are you? Very good. G'day, mate. Stacey is Yana's work colleague.
Stacy's mom has got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long. Stacy, can't you see you're just not the girl for me? I know it might be wrong, but I'm in love with Stacy's mom.
Yeah, perfect time to tell the story of how Yana and I met.
You
Wasn't
bang,
too dissimilar to this moment right now.
you banged Stacy's mum.
You heard it here first. I married my stalker.
All right, This is shaping up pretty well, Dano.
Oh, big raid.
Red! G'day, something pretty. Welcome, champion. Miss Amy Mack, welcome. Welcome over Starched. G'day. You've joined us this evening, painting some little toy soldiers. G'day, Moniphus. G'day, Moleman. This is a Marvel Crisis Protocol miniature. Both Andy and I paint all sorts of different things. We paint gaming models, we paint display models.
Yeah, we paint just about anything we can get our hands on, don't we, mate? Really?
We do. Hugo would like to say hello. This is my dog. Hello, Wilson. And Hugo, say hi, buddy. Hi, everyone.
Mole Man, what is up? Mole Man, I have to say that our Instagram reel game is on point right now, my friend.
I have a magic trick to show Mole Man soon. I gotta remember.
Yeah, you have a magic trick.
I got a magic trick for Mole Man. It's so good too. The first time I saw it,
know it in like 8 seconds, bro.
the first time I saw it, my brain melted. I was like, "This is the greatest magic trick I've ever seen." And when I found out how it was done, I was like, "Well, this is even better because I can do this."
Wonderful stuff. I can't wait to see this.
You've never been more
For
excited.
everyone that's joined us, our dear friend Mole Man is quite gifted when it comes to performing some magic tricks, particularly around close-up card magic, which is pretty cool. But he really kept us going, didn't he, Dano? He really fueled the fire for us in our lockdowns. He had a new trick for us every other day.
It was so good.
I don't know if I've seen you more excited than those days when Mole Man was pulling tricks.
I love tricks, man. I love tricks from the old.
You're really into tricks, aren't you?
Yeah, I love magic tricks, mate. It's fucking awesome. Everyone, you should all go follow Something Pretty if you haven't already followed. I think I follow her on Instagram from the last time she raided.
Mate,
She does all sorts of cool
where are
stuff.
your mods? Where are the mods at? You know?
Do I even have any mods? I don't know. I know Bunny's a mod, but
Bunny is in the clutches of COVID, I think, at the moment.
she got COVID again.
Yeah, someone got her. I actually think did Mole Man, did you get it right now as well? Are you on your second tour?
John Farnham said it was never coming back. He's come back again. Yeah, everyone go check out Something Pretty on both socials and Twitch. Give her a follow. Champion Human. Very good.
Mole Man did some magic tricks on the weekend, Trent,
Did he?
and then performed a magic trick on himself and got COVID.
It's a good trick. Us two bogans are good, champion. Having a good time at the moment. It's just good time to be painting some soldiers.
Yeah, we're just having a good time. Painting some red, painting some green.
Yeah, why don't we switch
You're
over to
rapidly running out of
Bucks
your Aussie
Cam.
slang.
We're on
Are
Bucks
you
Cam.
from Australia, mate, or do you like to use Australian slang? Because if you need some, we'll flip you some.
Yeah, we can juice you up.
Look at this thing, very red.
Yeah, look, it's a different approach to how I would go on Bucks.
Is it?
Absolutely.
That's all right. That's all right. I'm not trying to pump for speed, so I'm I'm alright to go a little bit slower. I'll go through and put all the highlights in and do all that sort of stuff, and then maybe give it a few glazes. We will do the same, roughly the same process, my friend, that you like to do, with getting really high highlights on and then some glaze backs. But I won't do it as rapidly as you like to. So
There is some good Aussie streamers, I think. Been told. So Bucks and I have just been mucking around with some Marvel Crisis Protocol minis tonight and talking about a big painting competition that happened on the weekend called Monte Sansovino. Very big show over in Italy that has a very large number of excellent painters attending it. Bucks and I unable to be there.
no worries, starched. Have a good one, Cobber.
See ya, champion. But if Bucks and I were there, we would not have increased the quality in any noticeable way.
That's a lie.
All right, you would have.
Listen, having two pretty brash Australian men there would just add to the atmosphere in space.
Lady and Billabongs. That's a good effort. Good attempt.
Lady and Billabongs.
Good attempt.
You just called us a gulf of water. I like it. Attractive water. Very good, mate. Where are you off to, mate? You going to pop your tucker box? Have a feed?
No, I think it's probably night time, mate.
America?
Yeah,
Or
if it's American, I think pretty American. So it's an early AM for them.
Roger. Look at this guy.
Oh,
No, it's the middle of the day, UK. Just yeah, there you go.
Oh.
That's exactly what he's going to do, mate.
fucking hell, have a bit of lunch.
He's going to have a little bit of lunch.
Stone the flaming crows.
A little bit of Captain Crunch, mate. I mean, in all honesty, you should be pretty, like, if you know, is it Scouse? No, it's not Scouse. What is it? Our slang's based off one of the UK dialect slangs. Throw another shrimp on the barbie. Come on, mate. Don't do us like that. Paul Hogan's not been relevant in this country for 35 years. We couldn't help it.
Cockney rhyming slang.
Yeah, Cockney. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I'm thinking Cockney. Yeah. Have you ever seen a better specimen than this guy, mate? On screen right now. Can I just tell you something?
He is a unit. Have a look at him.
Better than Captain America.
Oh, I'm not going to
Would
dispute
smash it.
that. I'm not going to dispute that.
Didn't he just win the most handsome man on the planet?
He did.
Do you agree with that statement?
I definitely do. I mean, Momoa's a good-looking bloke. But anyone... Hello, human. That's the Red
Hey,
Guardian
human.
from Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Yeah, this is the Red Guardian.
The Red Guardian.
Also featured in the latest Black Widow movie.
How are we going for time? 2 hours 20. Ooh, it's going to be a
I'm Gorgon
squeeze.
Zola.
No, I've been an hour and 20 on Zola. I'd spent Strucker an hour, so This has been an hour paint job for me so far, an hour and 20. Would you like to see it? I'll go switch back to Deno Can. 1 hour and 20 minutes so far.
What threat level is he?
He is 3.
3.
Yeah. He's okay. He's got some decent tech, but he's got a really cool card. Tactics card called ZOLA's Experiments. And he gets to add a buff to a friendly 3-point character or lower. Which is they get +2 defense dice, and they also get an ESP attack.
So he's a util.
Yeah. And he's got a couple of throws and stuff. He's just a nice little...
Well, especially if you want him to kick back on an objective as well, and he's doing that. You seem like you're getting good utility out of him.
Yeah.
To get that other card going.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a decent all-round chap.
So when you come down in March, are you going to pack a team?
I can
Pack
if you
a
want.
roster?
Can if you want. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. Times like these, time again.
I should bring my other ones. I should bring my painted ones over, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
And show people those. Yeah, look, when I saw, I think I saw like Andy posted something with him and his bud from Cold of Paint getting breakfast at Monty, and I was a bit jealous. I was like, fuck, I wish I was chowing down on some great food. About to enter to see some of the coolest painting.
Yeah, Space Toy picked up a gold medal in standard.
Did he? Excellent.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen the new Black Panther. My friend Simon went and saw it. He said it was pretty good. Said it was felt a little bit like it was a ode to Chadwick Boseman. Probably to be expected, really. Switch over to Buxo so he can show off some of his painted MCP.
Hey man, I feel like Space Toy could have done it right in Masters, eh? His stuff's pretty good.
Yeah. I don't think he would have got a look in Masters.
No? Is Masters at Monty like pretty full on?
Oh, it's the most full-on competition I've ever seen.
Hey, look at this. It's a building.
Yes.
It's a daily grind.
Nice.
Get around it.
That's awesome.
Pretty straightforward on this one. Hey, you want to see something cool though? This is one of my favourite things I've painted for wargaming ever. The Daily Bugle.
Oh, the Bukes. Look at that.
Look at that. But it gets exciting as we go around. Catch a kung fu flick.
Oh, lovely.
And if we cruise around here, you'll see the local gang has been...
Oh, a little bit of the old shark graffiti.
Yeah, that's the Street Sharks, mate.
Nice.
Yeah. We've got some slap-up stickers over here for anyone knows the graffiti world. Little slap-ups. You know, a couple of mutant tags. A couple of posters.
No, Monty, they
Nah,
only
it's
posted
taken a
nothing.
while for Monty photos to come through,
Yeah.
mate.
Zola.
For a long time, this was basically my favourite character from MCP.
Taskmaster.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright, so I have to go in and add some gold then. That's a shame.
But then I painted Bullseye, and I was like, man, Bullseye's pretty cool.
Yeah, Bullseye is cool. He's in my Hydra list. He's one of the models I've got to paint.
Nice. It's a little bit out of focus, isn't it?
It's business as usual for you, mate.
Business as usual for me. The worst. I am the worst when it comes to this. There you go. Oh. Dynafire. Andrew, you suck. There we go. That's better.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, thanks, something pretty. Yeah, no. Having a wonderful night, thank you, and thank you for the raid. What were you doing tonight? You doing some drawings?
How good is punching for the boys, mate? Crossbones. Always punching for the
Yeah,
boys.
punching hard.
That's literally all he does, isn't it? He's just got like one big KO punch. That's his vibe.
Yeah, he's definitely not very good.
No. You'll notice that's just what I do, mate, is paint all the shit guys. It's been an ongoing thing in every war game I've ever been involved in. I just like stuff, and it turns out that stuff's usually not very good. This guy's pretty good though, right?
Yeah, he's not too bad. The newer version of Red Skull, it's awesome by the way, is potentially slightly better than him, but he's good.
The Cosmic Cube. But this is the guy. This is the guy we've been talking about all night, the star of the show.
Ah, Zemo. Ah, you did do purple around there. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I did finish mine today also.
Nice. I feel like I was a little bit ahead of my time, everyone, because I took these to Crimson Brush just as a nice little 5-man squad entry, and they were named Filler Shit Number 3 by
Yep.
Trent, and didn't even get looked at. But I feel like if it was this year, and his current excitement of Marvel Crisis Protocol,
You're a smart man. Would have been a gold.
would have been gold.
Nothing but golds, baby. Nothing but golds.
Yeah.
Ah, dear.
That's awesome. Something.
Awesome. Guest streamers. Well, I'm also doing a guest streamer, although he's not really a guest these days. He's here almost more often than I am.
Yeah, you can't get rid of me these days. What is it? For love and the money? Is that the saying?
Could not get rid of you for love or money.
Yeah.
Oh, I think we're gonna...
Can I tell you something?
Oh, I would love for you to tell me something, Andrew.
I want this jacket. I want to own this jacket. I want to wear this jacket.
Yeah?
Yeah. Look, I need to get a little bit leaner because sitting on me, right? It'd just be like a nice little... So sitting on me, it'd kind of look like this guy if we bring this guy back. If I was to wear this jacket, friends,
Yep.
look, that would be me.
The
right
dad
there.
bod.
Just
Yeah.
the gutto hanging out the
The
bottom.
guzzer. Get the guzzer out.
I'll chuck us your jacket, bro. Yeah, mate. Put it on. No, it doesn't fit.
I'll make it fit.
Yeah. I'll start playing with the toys like I'm 6 years old.
Never. Never.
So fun as that is.
Never give up. Never surrender. Isn't it night time for you where you are? Late night time? Something pretty? The Red Guardian.
Go for it.
ZOLA.
Nothing exciting
3:12
happening
a.m.
on
I
the side
thought
of things tonight.
I thought it was early morning for you. Hope you don't have to work tomorrow. You are in some big trouble if you have to work tomorrow. That's going to be a tough day. Alright, let's do some gold trim on this little bit up the top here.
I reckon you should do that little circle on the top gold as well.
Which little bit?
That little ring.
Do I reckon Australia will ever consider the 4-day working week?
I hope so.
Yeah, I think every working Australian hopes so, and every politician hopes no. Probably says no chance.
There's a decent number of businesses trying it right now in Australia. I know that, in between Melbourne and Sydney.
I actually put in a request to do it.
Like just for you yourself or for your businesses as well?
No, just for me.
Yeah.
A few years ago, I was like, I could do that. That'd be good. Yeah, I think you're right on the little thing. They said no, which is fair enough.
Well, there's two schools of thought, right? There's two ways they do it. There's either cramming the same amount of hours into 4 days,
Yeah.
or there's just not doing that and just doing 4 days as normal. And that seems to be proving pretty effective as well anyway. That's the big study they've been doing, I think. Is it in Denmark? Or in Norway? One of the two.
I am confident that I would be more effective at my job if I only worked 4 days.
Yeah, I'd be way more effective at 4 days.
I just don't think I'd be so drained, I'd have a bit more time.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe we'll see it in our lifetimes. I'd love to. I think that'd be a great change.
Yeah, I hope so. I feel it's unlikely, but we're about to probably enter into some pretty challenging times economically. So
Here in Australia or just in general?
in Australia, I mean, it's everywhere, right? It's the borderline depression sort of stuff. We'll see what happens. That's not me saying I'm depressed. I'm saying it's like the Great Depression.
Yeah.
I really, really, really want to spray this guy tonight so I can peel that fucking thing off.
Yeah, I want to see you peel it on straight. You don't have to. You've literally mentioned it like 10 times.
I know, I'm just jazzed for it, man. I reckon it's just going to be so fucking cool to see it. But I wonder if I didn't paint the interior, I just painted the face, and I wonder if I should have
Yeah.
painted some of the other bits black. It didn't look like I needed to, but if I could...
You can't get back in there, can you?
Yeah, can't... No way.
Yeah.
It's done.
What recipe are you using for your gold? It looks like you've changed it up a little bit.
A little bit. So I've incorporated an AK colour called Sand Yellow.
Yeah.
But yeah, the key is the Iandin yellow at the end. Not Iandin yellow, the Nasdreg yellow.
Nasdreg? Yeah.
Yeah. Which
That's always been a big part of your process, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's just easy, mate. Like,
it's so potent. Are you watering it down?
Yeah,
like
heaps.
Yeah.
You're a champion. No, you're... It's 3:14 a.m, mate. Get to bed. You're a wonderful person. Thank you for the raid. Speak again soon, I hope. I'm not sure if I raided her or if she raided me. I'm pretty sure I've raided her before. And I know she's raided here before. Very nice. She does some awesome
Have a great one.
drawings and stuff. See ya.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to paint Rahel. I'm going to paint that historical, and then maybe shoot for one more unannounced piece and call that for Crimson.
Cool.
But I'm not going to throw any extra pressure on. If I don't make it to the third one, I just don't make it. That's fine.
I think your display of figures is going to be pretty sizable anyway, mate. So
yeah,
some good stuff in there.
The trick is to not overcook it, because now it's not like we've got too much time off, right? Like,
Yep.
get straight back to it for Arc Open. 5 weeks after.
Yep. I'm gonna have to paint something for that, I think.
What are you thinking?
I don't know. Should probably paint a Space Marine.
A Space Marine? You're going to paint a Baron, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it incredibly light, like some athematic blue over all of these snowy bits, and then call it, eh?
Alright. Let's get some Nasdreg yellow cranking. Jeez, we're probably not far off. I'll tell you what. We're not far off.
If you're not going to use your airbrush, you could peel it. Okay.
No, I've got to varnish it.
Okay.
Yeah. Always varnish gaming models. Actually, always varnish everything, mate. I mean, I could probably get away with the varnish and then just gloss it.
Mm-hmm.
But, nah. I'll just be as patient as I humanly can be.
So,
Are we
how do you
long
feel
time buddies?
about Orc Diorama first quarter of next year?
I feel good about that, mate.
Yeah.
Yep. No, we're not long time buddies. We met last year or during COVID, I guess.
Yeah. Probably 18 months ago now.
Yep. I think we're both just real figure painting nuffies.
Mm-hmm.
I said to Andrew, I'm not really looking for any more friends. And he weaseled his way in there anyway.
That's it. I just live by the brace philosophy, you know. Like, if you've ever watched Juggalos, you know, or Gigolos or whatever. Juggalos, I think it is. Gigolos. That's the one. You know, just be good to people.
But no, we're both pretty passionate about the figure painting scene in Australia, and pretty passionate about improving and becoming better painters and hopefully, I think, better people at the same time. So
Yeah, 100%. Hey, Jan, how are you, mate?
okay, Jan.
Yeah, I guess we've both been peripherally involved in the scene, in the Australian scene, you know, just at different ends of the country for a long time.
Yeah.
And I had heard of Trent's name around the traps from back in the day, from the Warhammer Fantasy Battle days in Australia. But yeah, we just sort of plenty in the chat. Like I think I first saw Trent's stuff like on Vinty B's interview that you did with him.
Yeah.
And then I was just on Twitch randomly, and I saw Big Deno Paints, and I was like, oh, that kind of sounds familiar. And then I went and looked, and I'm like, oh, this is the guy from that interview. So I just started watching the stream and painting along with the stream, and then yeah, the rest is history. You're prepping the new Spira model. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on that one when it comes. I think it's coming Wednesday.
Vin TV.
Yeah, Vinci B. Yeah. How you feeling about the new Spira, Jan? Pretty sick.
Yeah,
We had a lot of fun when he announced it. Benny and I did. Oh, Benny X Layton made some fun little images of us being idiots.
Which one's that?
It's the tree shepherd.
Yeah,
it's like the ant and the little guy on his back with the acorn.
Yeah, I didn't get that one.
We should be due for another one pretty soon, actually. Now that they're all shipping out.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm sure they probably did, Don. Although being in Australia, it's very common to either add O or E on the end of things. Part of our cultural slang. So, Deno, Buxo, Benny. These are all very common. Chuck an A on if you're sleepy slang. I like to call him Slanger, whether he likes it or not.
I'm allowed to call Vincy whatever. He interviewed me, so I'm allowed to call him whatever I want.
You can call it whatever, you know. But how do I know a Spirit figure is coming out soon? Because, my friend, humans are very structured in the way that they like to do things and operate. And if you track Spira Mirabilis's or Lucas's releases, they've all been on a timeline for the last few years, give or take. They're usually every 4 to 5 months, sometimes quicker. I think the tree was 3.5, 4 months ago now, so we should be seeing one pretty soon.
Concur.
Yeah, Jan, it is a long wait for anything out here in the penal colonies.
Yeah.
Um, exactly that, Jan, is probably ties into what Trent was talking about before with our own scene. We're very passionate and sort of trying to build a pretty decent scene out here because of that, because it's just so hard for us to get here, there, and everywhere for all the other major events. It's a really big commitment for us to get over. So we've got to put in the extra work and sort of build something out here as well. No, Don, no teaser. Just guesswork, mate. But I wouldn't be surprised if in the next, 3 or 4 weeks you see something. We'll chuck a wide berth on that prediction, as I'm not going to pretend I know.
I think Bucks is probably on the money. And if he's not, I'll be the first to say.
Yeah, he'll let me know. Be interesting to see where he goes next.
Yeah.
Because the best, and this is for anyone in Europe, you gotta, like, if you get an opportunity to go to Ivan Hordel's workshop, you really should. One, because Ivan's a sick painter and can probably teach you a bunch of awesome stuff, but back that up with the fact that he has a Spira exclusive as the model you can do at the event. It's pretty crazy. Back that up again with one of the coolest Spiras I've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, if you go back, just a few years before Spira really became that well-known luxury brand, he released some absolute bangers that people are just constantly trying to track down, and it's lucky if you're an early adopter.
Speaking of which, I have a cheeky little announcement.
Oh, here we go.
Cheeky little announcement. You ready for this one?
I'm ready.
It's very cheeky. My dear friend, Benny,
Yep.
assisted in securing old Buxo, or Buxy, however you like it, or Buck Nasty, a wise woman.
Oh, here we go.
So I have acquired, or the Gary groundwork has been done to acquire one grail piece for old Buxy, and that being Wise Woman. Very, very excited to get my hands on it. Looks like I'll get my hands on it at Crimson Brush, which is even more exciting. So
absolutely,
Don,
stoked. I think it's important to stress that there is no artificial scarcity anymore. That was his model in the past. His model now is there is no limit to the number of pieces he will cast. You have 48 hours to purchase it. So that's a fair complaint a few years ago, but not anymore. So
yeah, Wise Woman might have been was Wise Woman one of the last ones?
No, I don't think she. I think she was not a. I think she was one of the ones that there was unlimited copies of. Alright, have I seen enough? No, not quite. Not quite.
Yeah, if you're late to the party, then expect to pay a pretty steep markup if you're tracking one down.
Yeah, but that's
particularly if it's of the first or the earlier generation Lucas sculpts.
I'm going to be controversial and unkind here, but tough shit. Like
to Don, yeah.
Not to Don, to anyone who's like, well, I want that, so I should be able to get it. That's not how life works. Just sometimes things happen and you can't have them.
You know what? you're sitting on quite a grail. Maybe you'll paint that next year too.
I might.
Maybe we need a Spirit Sunday soon.
Well, we do need a Spirit Sunday soon. I love a Spirit Sunday.
Spirit Sunday is a lot of fun. Uh, although I don't think you've got outside of the Wise Women. That's all you've sort of got, isn't it?
I got the Witches.
Have you got any other spirits sitting
I've got
there?
the Seven Dwarves.
Which one?
Seven Dwarves.
Oh, you've got 7 dwarves. Nice.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on a few at the moment. I've got Hunter, Miner, Arthur, and the new one coming. Speaking of turnover, like I felt that it was a really short period of time actually, probably one of the shorter periods of time between the Pied Piper and the Tree Ant. That was pretty quick, wasn't it? Maybe it wasn't. It felt very quick.
I think it's about the same. I think he structures it pretty much the same.
Yeah, it's
about-
usually 4 a year, isn't it?
Yeah, about every 3
One
months.
per quarter.
Yep. Bum 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 bump.
Yeah, I went out for dinner the other week with Jub,
Yep.
and I didn't realize Wakanda Forever was out, and I was like, are you excited to see it? And she was like, not really. And I was like, bummer.
Bummer for Buxo.
Bummer for Bucks. Because shamefully, I only see Marvel films at the cinema, and that's it. That's all I go to the cinema for. I wish I was a better human than that, hey, but I don't know. It feels like every other film at the cinema is just like, eh. Like, I feel like the cinema is set up well for like large explosive films.
Yeah.
Maybe horror movies are good at the cinema. I'm never really like. Judd loves horror movies at the cinema, so we'll always go with her for a horror movie at the cinema, but outside of anything else, doesn't really do it for me. You know, like, if I was watching The Great Gatsby or something, you know, I'm not sure I'd want to watch it at the cinema. Don't think I need to share that experience with everyone else in the room.
Alright, I'm going to glue some fucking plants down. Should I put a...
Plants? What are you putting plants on the base for?
Leaves, I mean leaves. Should I put a newspaper
Leaves.
on this
I'm
one?
going to say.
If I
I'm
put
going to put plants on these bases, but I'm going to put like little tufts coming.
if I put a newspaper on this one, it's going to take forever to dry, so there's no newspaper on this one. But maybe I'll put a newspaper on Strucker. I hope I haven't upset Don with my comment. He's been very, very kind. Old Donald. Donarino.
I hope Don's all right with his wood glue. It was Don, wasn't it?
It was Don,
That was
yes.
doing some spraying. You all right, Don?
Oh, Don.
Did you figure it out?
I'm glad to hear, mate. I was worried. I was like, oh no, Don's gone quiet on me. Have I just upset him? That was unkind of me. Like, the reason why Spiras are so coveted is simply because they're rare. Would we give a shit about them if there was not that scarcity in the first place? I don't know.
I think the answer is yes. We would, because they're great sculpts.
Maybe.
Would we care as much? I mean, there are some Spira fans who like, if they could, would just paint Spiras and Spiras alone. One of our good friends is definitely that guy.
Only $6.50. Yeah, it's a good price. Good price for the Goblin King.
Have you found that Goblin King?
Nah, he was
It's
one
one
of
of the few that didn't do it for me. I think Jared's chasing the Goblin King.
Yeah.
Actually, I think he's trying to get his hands on one. Speaking of which, if you're not a member of the Dirty Paint Water Society Discord, definitely get on over and join, because there's a really great feature, like a looking for feature in there, where people are always sharing what they're looking for, or helping people out find what they're looking for. That's how I was able to acquire a wise woman. So I'd say off the back of that alone, it's absolutely worth it. But it's also a great bunch of people and a bunch of hobby you can see there as well and get involved. Pretty good community of people. So
yeah, it's solid. All right.
have you painted those leaves yourself, or are they straight out of the packet?
Presepi, mate.
Oh, Presepi.
Old Preseperinos.
Presepi, we're out there in my life. I've still yet to order anything from the great Presepi. Have you noticed Presepi is now popping up in a lot of the diorama builders on YouTube as well?
Yeah.
There's a lot of like shout outs to his products.
Yeah. Early adopter over here, mate.
Yeah. Scara, can you send us a photo of your ZIL, please, sir, that we can have a look at, if you're okay with that? Have you taken one yet? It's okay if you haven't. Maybe next stream. But if you've got one, sling it through.
All right. It's 3 hours on the dot, or very close to it, for the stream.
Mm-hmm.
I said to myself, I'm going to try and paint 2 models tonight, because that will help get me closer to my quest to play Hydra on the weekend. I feel like
Nice.
I've succeeded. Very fine effort. These 2 champions, side by side. Besties.
Yeah. Hey, Scara, there's absolutely nothing wrong, mate, with replicating things painted by people, much better than we are. My ZIL was a replica of the box art, and I took that up to Crimson Brush last year, and it did really well. So there's no problem in doing that. It's how we learn, mate. I'm sure you knew that already, though. I think it takes a while to get to a place where you're pretty confident with your colours and just picking out schemes and going off the top of your head. Not an easy skill. Something that I've punished myself for recently is probably being a little bit too derivative, but everyone around me says, mate, you're a dickhead. And they're probably right.
They're certainly right.
You did Moleman's one. Moleman did a really cool. Moleman did almost like a toy ZIL, like real Toy Story vibes for it. Steal from the great, indeed. Become great yourself. I really like this model.
Strucker?
Yep.
Yeah, it's an absolute banger. Alright, I am... Oh, no, I didn't include leaves on Strucker. That's alright, I'll put some leaves on Strucker now, but he can... he doesn't need to be varnished tonight. Do him another time. Man, put a newspaper on Strucker. Leavey leaves. Alright, 1 second. I'll bring that up on stream. Had you watched Severance yet, Bucks?
No, mate. I've been pounding all the shows that I needed to get done.
Yeah.
before that, and I will watch it. Everything I watch, almost everything I watch, Jub watches as well, so
Oh,
she's
she'll
got to
love
be on
that.
board too.
She'll love it, mate. She'll be in for that for sure. Strucker.
She's
Severance.
been making me watch Love Island recently, mate.
Oh,
So.
mate, you're killing me.
And by making me, I mean I've been watching Love Island.
All right, let's bring this.
Hooked. You know, I am the hate watcher. Like I watch it and I just talk shit about it the whole time, and you can't pry me away from the screen.
Yeah.
So who's the real joker?
You.
I would settle for that.
What? You would settle for me doing that?
Yeah, if you would watch the Kardashians with me and you just shit talk them the whole time, I'd still be happy with that.
All right.
Does Vidsy watch Love Island? We have so much to talk about if she does.
No, I do not.
Did she say no?
She definitely does not.
She definitely did not.
Nah. Deno, what are you doing with your life, mate?
Hey, Celery.
G'day, Celery. What's happening, champion? Here we go. Look at this. Majesty. Zil. I have been indeed very well, mate. Thank you.
Nice, mate. Are you, Scar, even though I've asked you to bring this up, do you want criticism at all, or are you happy to just have us have a look at it and call it a day? Your call, mate. You'll take some criticism? Cool. Well, I like to always start with something I like. Quite like the face panel. That's a really tricky element on Zil. So yeah, I like the color shift. I like the gradient between the darker color and the lighter colors. I like that you kept the traditional Band-Aid colors. That's cool.
I'm going to spray.
I'm not sure about the pink trim, and I think in general it might be a bit of lacking a bit of value contrast. You've got like color contrast in there, but it seems that each individual thing needs a little more contrast. Some's got good. Like the non-metal metallic from this image, I'm going to try and blow it up a little bit bigger. The non-metal metallic seems to be sufficient in contrast, maybe a little bit darker. Like towards where those canisters roll all the way to the back, it's always got to be a bit darker in there. Yeah, I think you probably could have gone a few more steps up on the coat as well. Although, like Zil's an interesting one. Like you don't actually necessarily have to go too intense with the cloak, with his jacket. Sorry, because there's a fair bit going on across the model. Explain to me what you were thinking when you did like the orangey sort of stuff on the hands, like. What's like the the worky bits. That needs to be absolutely a much darker color, in my opinion. To push the yellow out further, to pop the yellow further. Is it that you're trying to get some shade, trying to make it a bit more exciting? Okay, yeah. Yeah, because it looks like you sort of did it on the faceplate and then we're like, can I carry some of this across to the yellow? Yeah, because I can see the way you've tried to get a gradient going on the chest plate part, like on his actual chest, the robot's chest, but then it's really not transitioned well at all on the hands. You gotta when you're gonna try different things, it's always really good to try different things. I think you've always just got to be really mindful about when you are going to try and do different things. Try to set yourself up on the right places, and that probably wasn't a spot to go too crazy. I think if you had just done some black or like some cold blue nominal metallic styles in there, it would have just helped really push the yellow like a lot further. Did you? It looks like you started to do some black lining around the mouth of the helmet, and then sort of didn't carry that on across the rest of the piece as well. I think that's an all or nothing, mate. If you're going to do it in one place, you've got to kind of do it most places. Sometimes the color will change on what you use, but if you're going to separate the elements in that way, then you may as well do it consistently. Yeah. I like the way you've kind of done the ears. They kind of look like a G, almost like a like a jean material or like a corduroy style material. I kind of like that.
I think it's pretty good. I like the colour palette. I would have liked to have seen a bigger value shift from the top of the figure to the bottom of the figure to really draw focus towards the key areas. Feels like everything's very similar value at the moment, which I think is I won't say it's a problem, but I think it detracts from the piece because the colours that you've chosen are really interesting. But because you've got so many interesting colours and so many different areas of interest, you really need to be drawing people into where you want them to look. And you do that by reducing value in certain areas and putting more value in others. So it's pretty good. Alright, to finish the stream, we're going to do, hopefully, one of the most satisfying things we can do, which is peel off all of my friends have been playing Marvel Snap, mate. I'm probably going to try and avoid it for the moment. I'm not good with self-control. These are the next two figures I'm painting, hopefully tomorrow.
Oh, you picked up Hood as well, did you?
Yes,
of course you did. I've got him too.
I did indeed pick up the Hood.
Is he in your 10-man roster?
He is.
Yeah, so what's your full roster?
Well, at this stage I haven't decided because I want to basically see how much I can get painted. But Hood, Zola, Strucker, Red Skull, and Zemo are the 5 models I'm aiming to paint this week. 3 of them are now done, so we're in good shape. But Hood's obviously 2 models, and Red Skull's. There's my Zemo, by the way.
Where's your Zemo? Didn't see it.
It's on screen now.
Nice.
And Red Skull's got 4 models. So, all right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to zoom out. So there's a couple of ways you can remove this stuff. I'm going to try blue tack first. The blue tack is not working, so we'll go to the second option.
Yeah, you might have. Blue tack only works, I think, really well if you get it within the first hour or 2. Otherwise, it just gets too dry, and the blue tack just doesn't pull it up. Yeah, that'll do it. I haven't used it in ages. It's such a pest, isn't it, to get off? You might be able to use the blue tack now, though.
Yeah,
now
that's
that
what I
you've
think
lifted
too.
it up. I reckon it's the Vallejo one. Is it the Vallejo one, mate?
It is, yep.
Yeah, it's the blue one. Get around here.
Zola. Zzz. Yeah, so see, in there, all on those sides, I probably needed to paint that black, but
A beautiful chest. Is it coming off clean, mate, or is it a little bit in the corners?
nah, it's all good. I'm just going to clean up the edges now with a line of black. Whoa. That's so satisfying. Oh my god, it looks so cool, hey?
Yeah, it does look pretty cool. ZOLA, eat your heart out. Yeah, it was interesting how they did ZOLA in the MCU.
Yeah.
I really like the actor they use for him. It's really cool. Good actor.
Yep.
I thought we were going to see him like again.
I think they've kept it open to do so. Yeah, I'm pretty happy
What
with
a
that.
concept though, hey, like, oi, I'm going to build a robot or like a system and upload myself into it. Definitely going to wear clothes though, still. Going to keep that. Got to be fashionable. Got a loincloth. Definitely doesn't need a loincloth, but it's got one.
Yeah. Come on, man. That's pretty cool, eh?
Right.
Get excited.
Have you bought the Winter Guide yet?
No.
You got it though, are you?
Oh my.
You got it.
We'll see.
Probably tomorrow.
Oh, the Red Guardian's a tempting fucking model.
Yeah. And Ursa Major.
Yeah, the bear looks pretty cool. That is great. Look at that. That is a very, very cool conceptual model design. So if you weren't here at the start of the stream, this case, this entire front chest piece was clear plastic. So I painted the face, I glued the face inside, I then used liquid mask, which is this material here, over that clear plastic area. And now we finally peeled it off, and there it is.
To reveal one handsome devil.
One ZOLA. Awesome. Alright, well that's it for tonight's stream, friends. Get excited. Back on Sunday, hopefully with another tournament win to regale you all with.
When are you playing Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday. Let's find some great person we can raid. Esmeralda, she is on. Let's go raid Esmeralda. She's great. Snap.
That's great.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Esmeralda always wears a hat, right? If I remember.
Yeah,
She's
she's a classic. She does painting. She does all sorts of stuff. She's a lovely, lovely human. Raid.
Yeah, it's really nice. And then they've got, oh shit, that's right.
I think she's currently looking at
That's
fucking
not
Persephone.
control. I like that.
Oh no, she's looking at Moonstone.
And then what's this one?
All right, friends. See you all soon.
See you all soon, everyone.
It's